I guess I'm live. Hello, everyone. Lefty. That's righty. This is, wow, that looks bad. Looks kind of obscene. So here we are. Righty, lefty, and coffee. I hope you're all doing well. I just got my taxes done. So I get to get some money back. I'm not unhappy about that. Doing Jenga. Hey, what's up, Tobin? So the job I was going for, they hired someone from within the company for it. So I am back to looking for a job. I just sent in my resume for another position, and I should be hearing back from them within a day or two. How goes the tiny house building, Tobin? Oh, I have a major announcement. My major announcement is that my girlfriend and I just finished Cowboy Bebop, the series, and now we're about to enter the wild, crazy world of WandaVision. I don't know if anyone else has seen WandaVision. I'm about to start watching it, maybe tonight. So the plan is to watch all of WandaVision, check out what's it? The Winter Soldier, the new series with Falcon and Winter Soldier after that. It is going well. That's good. Glad to hear it. It's funny. Now that I've heard you talk a bunch of times, Tobin, right? When I read your comment, I'm hearing it in your voice, which is far better than hearing it in my voice. I'll tell you that. I don't know if anyone else does that, right? If any other YouTuber finds that, is that when they look, if you've talked to the person enough times, then you read their comments in their voice as against to your own. About to build cabinets. What I'm surprised at is how well people can manage their space in these tiny homes, right? They have cabinets in places you don't really expect them to be. My old, I'm curious about people that I often see in the chat, right? How do they sound? How do they sound? Well, it's interesting now that I've been doing the open room, right? Now that I do the open room, I get to see and hear people. So that is interesting. I will say this. I think every single time I hear somebody that I've seen in the chat for a while, it does surprise me. I don't know what kind of idea I have in my head about what they sound like from the chat, but it always just seems to be like, oh, that's what they sound like. Yeah, the interactions are pretty cool. Tell you the truth, that's why I like doing the morning show, is that I can interact with people in the chat as well as actually, do a show. So it's very, I find that very satisfying. Hey, brain bug. How you doing, sir? Buzzing around. Well, I do feel fortunate in that way. I do feel fortunate. I'll say that doing the show with Chris helped build up people, build up a group of people who were used to seeing us at that time. But yeah, and woo woo. Yeah, I feel lucky. I feel lucky. You got a good. There's a good group of people in the chat on a regular basis. It's good to see Rage is feeling better. He seems to have centered himself. He got his health under control, so that's good. I made a doctor's appointment. See, that's incredible news, right? I made a doctor's appointment. It's going to be via the internet. It's going to be one of those Zoom doctors, just a regular checkup kind of thing. Well, it's good to know you since this is my new doctor. Since I moved like a year ago, a little bit over a year ago, I needed to get myself a new doctor. My old doctor kind of sucked too, to tell you the truth. My old doctor sucked. So the new doctor I have comes recommended from a friend of mine. So I have, I feel good about the new doctor. Not that I have anything really wrong with me. Oh, there's things wrong with me, but nothing like really crazy wrong with me. I have a time a nurse was rough with me. Yeah, yeah. Some doctors. Well, I'll tell you. I had to get a hernia operation years ago, and it was at a teaching hospital where the doctor, not my regular doctor, but a specialist, was taking a look at me, and he was probing around down there in the nether regions, and he goes, "Hey, do you mind? I got a class. I got a group of med students outside. Do you mind if they come in and we'll take a look at you?" It's like, all right, sure. So I'm there. I'm in my late 20s, and there's a group of med students looking as he has my gurney pulled up and he's probing around my nether regions to check out the hernia. A little embarrassing. A little embarrassing. It's all fodder. It's all fodder for comedy, for writing. Tell you, I think I have like 5 minutes of comedy based on the first time I had a prostate exam. That's that was an awkward experience right there. Joys of getting older. Yeah, right? Delvin? Ooh, is right. Yeah. Well, I feel pretty good about this tower so far. You know, I feel like it's doing what it needs to do. I'm reading through Jonathan M.S. Pierce's book about the resurrection. It's good. It's good. It definitely. I know a little bit more about Bayes' theorem than I did before. I need to go. I haven't been in a while. Well, you know what I've heard, Delvin, and this is a couple of people have said this, is that in more conservative areas, there's a greater chance for you to be able to get a vaccine shot since there's a lot of people who don't want to get the shot. So if you're even near a conservative county, there's a good chance that you'd be able to go and get a shot because they probably just have them just kicking around. Hey, Jesse Bear, how's it going? That makes sense. Yeah, yeah. I've heard a couple of people get their shots that way, just going to a more conservative county, a conservative town in the same state, and there just happens to be vaccine kicking around, not being used. Slowly losing my mind. Excellent, Jesse Bear. Excellent. So I figured out also that I'm going to have to buy some kind of light panel, because I think I don't know if I have seasonal affective disorder. I don't think I do. But I'll tell you this, when there's more light, I'm much more productive. And so I'm reflecting that I should just get a light wall or panel now. So when it does get darker in months, like, 4, 5, 6 months from now, I'm going to be prepared. You're talking about keeping your sanity, managing your sanity. I think that's been one of my main goals growing up and getting, is just making sure I'm not completely off the deep end. One of the reasons why I've never tried hallucinogenics, why I never tried shrooms, is because I always feel like I'm kind of loosely tied together, my mind, right? It's kind of like stuck together with scotch tape and paper clips. I always felt that if I took shrooms or whatever, I'm just going to get weirder in a bad way. Oh, yeah, the pandemic. Yeah, yeah. Having young kids, having small kids during the pandemic, I don't even know. I don't even know how you do it. A lot. I remember with my kids when they were very young, we would have the whole system. We would go to the playground early in the morning. We would go to the library. We'd go to the gym in the afternoon. It was tough. My current issue is attempting to get a blood work appointment for one of my miniature humans. Apparently, none near me doing the call. Wow, well that sucks. Especially if you need to get blood work done too, right? Because I imagine it's something that you need to get done. Oh, the kid's terrified of needles. Yeah, yeah, that's tough. That's tough, Jesse. I would always use positive reinforcement with my kids. And, positive reinforcement is just a fancy way of bribing. Um, it doesn't apply to your situation with getting needles and stuff. But when I brought the kids to the grocery store with me, I always said, hey, if you don't give me any trouble, and if you're good, I'm going to get you some donut holes at the drive through afterwards. It's medically necessary forms. Yeah, yeah. LSD, yeah, dude. I mean, I am. You want to talk about the things I am afraid of, legit, and that is like being some kind of character in a Stephen King story or an H.P. Lovecraft story that just unwinds. That just unwinds. Um, that's what I want to avoid. I think I'll just end up getting like 10 minutes before they open. That's good. That's a good idea, Jesse Bear. That's a good idea. I think it's a good experience for a lot of people taking LSD. Sam Harris is always talking about the benefits of microdosing or the benefits of taking small doses of hallucinogens. But for me, I don't know. I don't think it's right for me, but it's right for probably a majority of people. Bribery is the best parenting, within reason, of course, right? Yeah, yeah. It's like what I was saying about the show earlier today about putting boundaries down. It's like, I mean, so I would give them, I would tell the kids beforehand, look, we go to the store, you're all good. You're going to get donut holes. But I followed through. If they weren't good, I'd be like, look, you weren't good. You weren't good and you're not getting donut holes. That's all there is to it. And they did respond to that. They did respond positively to that kind of reinforcement. Actually, I heard, talking about hallucinogens, I heard Jordan Peterson say this a couple of times that, if you take hallucinogens, it's supposed to increase your creativity by one standard deviation. I'm going, one standard deviation? That's a lot. That's a lot. And so that's what made me start thinking about taking hallucinogens, LSD or whatever. And then I realized, well, wait, it's Jordan Peterson telling me that. You should be a little cautious. Then I thought, well, Andy, you have a brain that does things. Do you really want to push the limits? So I had shrooms. I actually had shrooms in my house maybe about 4 years ago. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this. Hmm. Yeah, I'll say this for marijuana is that the last few times I've taken marijuana, I've gotten kind of paranoid. I've gotten kind of paranoid. And I don't need the world doesn't need Andy Hall more paranoid. I'll tell you that. The research has shown that it's great for chronic depression. Yes, that's what I've seen. That's what I've heard too, Jesse. That's what I've heard too. I'm going to get my coffee cup out of the range. Yes. I'm going to get this out of the splatter range. It looks like the tower may fall soon. I don't want it falling into my coffee cup again. There are times, right, when people ask talking about honesty, Tobin and Jesse. There have been times that people have asked me a difficult question. And I'm like, well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how honest do you want me to be? And they'd always inevitably say 10. It's like, are you sure you want me to be honest at a 10 level? And they're like, sure. It's like, okay. We have large medical cabinet and cannabis in my state. Cool. A family member who is recovering addict uses it for back pain. Yeah. Yeah. They can't use narcotics. Yeah. Duncan Blockin. So, like 10 is that, I'm not going to, like one on a 1 to 10 scale of being honest. It's more like, I'm going to tell you what you want to hear. And 10, if you're going to be, if this is a 10, the friendship, the relationship might be in jeopardy if I'm going to tell you really what I think. And so, but thankfully, most people don't ask me for my opinion. I think there's a perception out there that maybe my opinion is a little bit a little awkward. It's a nice looking tower. I'll say that. It's not a bad looking tower. I had a buddy of mine's mom ask me one time, Andy, I know you're an atheist, but you don't really want to close down every church, do you? Or you don't want every church closed down, do you? It's like, well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how honest you want me to be right now with my answer? She let it drop. There was no reason for us to continue the conversation from there. Well, I found, Jesse, that people are going to dislike me anyway, whether I'm being honest or whether I'm lying. I mean, most people are going to have opinions about me one way or the other. It's only for my close friends, and they generally know better than to ask me things. People know what I think. It isn't like I'm shy about offering my opinions up to people. And telling them about the 1 to 10 scale, about being honest, it's really just a way to cushion the blow. It allows me to. It's a cheap Jedi trick for me to maybe soften the blow of my opinion on the other person and maintain the relationship. It's like that Oscar Wilde quote, right? If you're going to be honest with people, you got to make them laugh. And asking them to do the 1 to 10 scale of honesty helps set the stage for brutal honesty and maybe a joke. Brainbug, where do I land for those cushion blows? I'm sure. Well, you're in the right place, sir. You're in the right place. Oh man. Oh yeah. Yep. This new this new tripod I have does stick. So yeah, look at that, huh? It's pretty cool. Jesse Beer, there's a difference between being an atheist and anti-theist. I personally think some religious ideas are acceptable, not logical, but they do not harm. Yeah, I mean, I have to tell you, that is a useful tool, the use of the scale. Indeed, it can de-escalate a lot of awkward situations. Tobin Templeman, that's what I found in a comical way. I have to tell you, if I wasn't living, if I weren't living in the States here, and even though I live in a blue area too, Jesse, I just, and it could be the fact that I just have a certain temperament that makes me be an anti-theist as much as I am. Yeah, comedians are. We are. There is. You want to talk about honesty with comedians? It's well, it's like what I was saying earlier today. Comedians, we want you to hear what we're saying. We want you to hear what we're saying, as against to these grifters, these people like Jordan Peterson or Ben Shapiro, where they just kind of like run words. This is really tall. Let's see. I bought, shifting gears a little bit, I went to the store and I bought some fake chicken patties. I've never bought these chicken patties before. And so I'm going to check out the fake chicken patties and see how they taste. I've been eating the Morningstar garden burgers quite a bit, religiously, you could say. And I thought I would expand my horizons and check out what the chicken patties taste like. Hey, what's up, Dark Cruz? I will say this, out of all the vegetable-esque kind of meat products I've eaten, it's the Morning Stars. They do these great sausages, like breakfast sausages. Those are the tastiest. I think we're at a point that the tower will not be able to be built that much higher. Carlin was the first. Oh yeah, Carlin. Maybe he was critical thinking to society. I was laughing my whole world open by his lures. Yeah, well, that's that that's a great type of comedy, isn't it? That to make people think about things and I've said it before, I'll say it again. Art in general is a lot like therapy, right? You get to explore ideas and explore feelings that you wouldn't normally feel or think about. And especially with someone like Carlin doing that kind of comedy that he's famous for, that you get to think about things in different ways. You get to feel about things in different ways. And so Carlin, much like a lot of forms of art, it's therapeutic, right? It's therapeutic. Just walked in the door. How many towers have fallen? None. None tons of mice. None. This is the one tower to rule them all. It's actually a pretty good tower, if I do say so myself. Moving around the camera. Might be one of my best. How many layers? I'm going to see how many levels I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 36 layers right here. 36. 36 stories. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, beautiful. I still watch all the specials. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's a brilliant guy, George Carlin. Brilliant guy. You know what I haven't seen for a while are the old Dave Allen shows. I grew up watching them on PBS. Dave Allen, comedian, Irish, atheist. I haven't seen any of his stuff for a while. Got to take a look at it on. There's some clips of his on YouTube. And the thing is about a lot of Carlin's bits, right, is that they're still funny today and they're still relevant today, too. A lot of comedy doesn't age well. I know I'm not saying anything obvious. I'm saying something that's really obvious and trite. But yeah, a lot of comedy doesn't age well. I think most of Carlin's stuff has. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful just before it's about to collapse because I can see it's still wobbling. I live near a street. Well, I live near a really busy street, and at times the the house shakes, right? And I can see the tower here shivering and shaking. It's beautiful. All right, let's see if I can make this work. Oh, yeah. Good, 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 good. I think I'm well into 30 something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. 37 completed levels. Yeah, you can see the wobble, right? So there's this up here. Yeah, it is. It's swaying. It's swaying. All right. So here's the thing. I feel like we're at the point that there are no more blocks able to be taken away. Because let's remember, I can't take away from this top block, from this top level. You can only take blocks away from levels underneath the highest completed level. So everything else, there are no blocks possible to be taken out without it falling down. So everything else are either 1 block or 2 block levels. I got a bunch of, I'll give you a better look into this. I got a bunch of 2 block levels here, 1 block levels, but there is nothing else. There's no way I can actually take another block out to put it up on the top level and the uncompleted level. Don't sneeze, indeed. I don't know if I beat the game. I feel like if you see these levels here, they're all just onesies. I think my goal now is to figure out a way how to make just to do onesies for levels. If I can just do a tower of just 1 block levels as against to 2 block levels. I think that's the trick, everyone. I think that's the trick, but I think I did. I think for my own, this is my personal best. And for me, at least, this is me beating the system. Drive slowly, right? So read that in Ben Shapiro's voice. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to spin this, so it's going to fall in an epic manner, because I think that's what we're looking for here. We're looking for an epic crash, right? Try to get everything into frame, which is difficult. And so I'm just going to spin this. And I guess my future towers, I'm going to have to focus on just having 1 block levels all the way up. I think that's the natural progression. Move to Candyland. Oh, yeah, your stuff is crap. My stuff is crap, too. I don't know if you've seen my stuff. Okay, so I'm going to spin it. 1, 2, 3. That was it. That was it, everyone. That was a lot of fun, actually. Hey, Paul Camish. I might do the MDD thing Friday. Tag me on Dapper Dino. See, I got diners on my mind here. I got diners. I got my mind on diners and diners on my mind. Aussie and another. So you're going to be doing something on this Friday, Paul Camish, huh? That's what I'm reading. That's what I'm reading right now from the chat. Well, what am I doing on Friday? Oh, I don't know. Nothing. So I'll probably check in what you got going on Friday. Yeah. All right. So that's me. That was me. That was, wow, my hair is like really long. I'm getting a haircut soon. I promised to my fictitious God that I'm getting a haircut soon. So this mop is under control. That's what this is, right? This is just, yeah, I got to get this under control, everyone. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah. We all value our own stuff. but everyone else's stuff is crap, right? Meaningless. Well, it's about meaning. That's what it boils down to, meaning. All right, everyone, I'll see you later. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. And today's after show was really good. We had that whole conversation about Justin turning, or converting into Islam. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, tag team, me and Dapper and Dino on modern day debate. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. What time is that going to be, Paul Camish? Do you know? Do you have a time? Do you have a time? Well, I mean, it's Friday, so today's Wednesday, day after tomorrow. You can definitely, I'm sure we'll figure out when it is, or you'll tell us when it is. I like Dapper. Watch the Creationist at least. See, I don't even, yeah, I should know more people, really. Tomorrow, my friends. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care, everyone. This has been fun. I had a lot of fun. I usually have a lot of fun. I try to, at least. All right. Take care. Really close to my eye. Really close to my eye. Really close. That's awkward. Socially, 2:20 hours Eastern Standard Time. Oh, I can do that. That's not even a problem on a Friday. Cool. I'll be there, Paul Gamish. I'll see the festivities, right?